The United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it, too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up, but it's not possible for us to take care of daycare. Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things, they can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of
anything that the people want and need that would help them out. We don't have the money for that. We can't do that. We're a big country, Harry, and we got wars to fight.
Right, they're only shuffling the cards and dealing it out different.
He just increased the military budget by $500 billion. Another $500 billion. And he's going to tell us we're a big country and we got wars to fight. We can't help you, but we can take your money and do what we want with it.
Yeah, well,
it's like this entitlement, like here's the double speak that these government assholes use. All right. Why do you feel like you're entitled to all this shit? Medicaid, Medicare, health care of any sort, daytime child care. Why do you feel like you're entitled to all of these things? Motherfucker, we paid in. We paid in. We're not getting it for free. The problem is that we're giving you a shitload of money and you're not using it to help any of us. That's what's actually going on.
Yeah, it's like the Social Security Act, which is a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
How much you put in Social Security?
I have no idea, Harry. Don't ask me to do that.
The average person, they say, put in about $75,000 to $100,000 in Social Security. Easy.
Fair enough.
And what do you
I'll
get
take your
back?
word for it.
If they left it in the stock market and getting the 5 to 10%, whatever the stock market's doing, you would be getting about $6,000 a month.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that if you took the money that the average American took the money that they paid into Social Security and they were well invested at like an average return rate of like 10% or something, they'd have like 3 to 5 times the amount of money that Social Security actually ends up paying them out.
They're taking it, and you're only getting 25% of your money, giving you like $37,000 a year for 45 years of work. But meanwhile, they're giving the money to foreign countries and everything else. Yeah. And it's a trust fund that should have never been touched. Yeah. And people know that. But you know what? The Congress don't care.
No. But isn't that really silly? The entitlement of these motherfuckers, of this motherfucker right here, the entitlement you have to feel to call our programs, the programs that benefit the American people at large, entitlement programs. Why are they entitled to all of our money without giving us anything back for it?
Because the government runs like a bad business, and they would have been bankrupt in 5 years. And it's the fucking heartbeat. Boom.
Yeah. We're not the ones who are entitled, Mr. Trump. We're not the ones that have this grand sense of entitlement. You're taking all of our money and you're not following what the people want. You're the one that has a grand sense of entitlement. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again for watching the New World Order broadcast. We are coming to you live from the end of the world. I'm your host, the Hat Man, and I am joined in the studio by either a Japanese rage demon, Booberry painted red, or maybe the Grim Reaper.
I am the Grim Reaper. You didn't invite us to your party.
What party?
Taking the world over.
Oh.
We want part of the action.
Well, I mean, death is always going to be part of the action of any act of despotism. You're going to have your chance. I mean, we started the war with Iran. People are dying. I mean, what do you think? We need to ramp it up?
Yeah, well, we don't know what we're going to do next. Yeah, but let it go.
Let what go?
We'll pick up the pieces, what's left.
Let what go?
Let them do what they want, the stupid people.
Yeah, but the more people die, the more destruction they cause, the happier you are, right? I mean, you're the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, well, I could collect the body parts and you could create the businesses and enslave them.
It's a lot of good real estate on the in the Gaza Strip. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can collect their souls, and I'll invest in the real estate.
Right, and you set your beachfront property, and you put your hotels on it.
So, as everybody knows, who doesn't watch this, our New World Order channel on TikTok, where we post clips of the podcast, was officially banned. I was trying to fight my way through appealing all of the videos that got knocked down, because 90% of the time I'd win, just saying, hey, I didn't actually violate your community guidelines. But then we stopped winning the appeals, and then I tried to log into my account one day, and it said, your account no longer exists. Fuck you. I'm pretty sure it ended with fuck you. I didn't show you the message, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, we'll do it TikTok later.
We should do a curse on TikTok on the podcast.
Yeah. Screw TikTok. We're coming after you.
We might put a curse on TikTok. That would be interesting. But so I took a day this week. I worked a little bit, but I didn't paint anything. I didn't do any creative work. I just took a day to research what everybody else thinks about this. So everything that's going on. I'm pretty sure that our account got taken off of TikTok for one reason. I say things that a lot of people seem to agree with that you're not supposed to say. And we'll try to figure it out. I got the tab open for their community guidelines, Mr. Death. So, we'll take a look at it. We'll see if perhaps we did violate one or all of them. But I was watching, for example, the best interview that I watched was between Tucker Carlson and Brett Weinstein. And I think you watched a little bit of that with me, didn't you? Yeah. God damn it, if I can watch that, because, let's be honest, Tucker Carlson, as much as I disagree with a lot of his points, especially on religion. How do you feel about religion, Death?
Well, Carlson was part of the system, remember? And he has limitations that he's been told what not to do for at least 20 years.
Who's this?
Carlson.
Oh, Tucker Carlson. Yeah.
Then he got out of the CIA.
Apparently.
Central... I don't know what you want to call Central Intelligence Bureau, but he knows what the inside is, and he got sick and tired, and he walked away.
Maybe you call it CSA, Central Stupidity Agency. Yeah, that might be a good change.
That'd be better.
We changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War, which I think is appropriate. We don't need this Orwellian doublespeak in our language anymore. Everybody in America knows that we do not defend ourselves, we wage war. So, perfect. Change the Department of Defense to the Department of War. Love it. The only thing that would have been worse than Department of Defense is Department of Peace. You know what I mean? But they were just obviously telling it how it is. So let's change the CIA to the CSA. Central Stupidity Agency. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty much fucking up everything in this country and the entire world right now. Thank you, CIA. Yeah.
Well, we gotta keep some people stupid.
They're trying to keep everybody stupid. Oh, my God.
You expose it all.
Nah. Well, I think that, those of us that do not want to participate in this this bullshit, who have the eyes to see, we should talk about it. That's what I think. But I felt like I was in good company if Brett Weinstein and Brett Weinstein, who I have a tremendous amount of respect for and agree with most of what he says, Tucker Carlson, who at this point in the game, I do have a tremendous amount of respect for, but disagree with a shitload of what he says, especially on the points of religion.
Yeah.
So how do you how does Death feel about religion?
It's part of our program.
Part of our program.
We are told you
See, when I asked you that question, I thought you just started talking about Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
So what about religion?
Religion is a tool that we use to control people.
Mm-hmm.
We put one person against the other, and we put the thing about hatred there. Why is the Muslims killing the Jews or the Jews killing the Muslims? Well, they've been fighting for 4,000 years. You know what? Let them continue.
They used to get along.
Yeah, of course. They're cousins, and they somehow, something got involved with it in between them, and now they don't like each other.
Yeah, the Jews that were living in Palestine before the creation of the state of Israel, everybody got along great. Wasn't a problem.
No, I think it's outside forces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then I watched Last Week Tonight with John Oliver on HBO, and he had a great episode on Netanyahu, his background, where he comes from. Did you know that Netanyahu was actually sending a shitload of cash to Hamas for a very long time before the October 7th attacks?
Yeah, anything for a buck.
Well, he's sending them money, and he admits it. And his point was, if we have a strong Hamas, it will divide the Palestinian people. So that was his rhetoric. That was his ideation. So he starts sending them money. Then they end up with a massive terror attack. Then, for all intents and purposes, the person who Israel relies on to fix the problem is the guy that created the fucking problem in the first place.
Of course.
Kind of reminds me of how Dr. Fauci was the guy who we relied upon to fix the pandemic.
Yeah.
Even though for all intents and purposes, he's the motherfucker that caused it.
Of course he did.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure I can get away with saying on the internet now. Now it's pretty much a proven fact that it was a lab leak.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's very strange. So John Oliver had a great episode. So I'm sitting here like, what exactly was our account taken down for? It's not like I'm a solitary voice pissing in the wind. There's a lot of people who feel exactly the same way that I do about this. So maybe we got kicked off because Harry keeps insisting income taxes are legal. Maybe that's it.
Well, they divided the American people, and they keep the American people dumb, and there is a great movement now, but it's going to get worse. Yeah,
there's a lot of people. I just found out there's a movement for 2026 to stop paying income taxes, to basically show the American government, hey, we don't want to deal with your shit anymore. You need to knock it off. Otherwise, we're going to engage in some sort of civil disobedience. Great idea. Everybody file exempt on their income taxes in 2026. Yep. So this is a movement, and apparently it's working. Apparently it's working, and maybe they're getting nervous, and maybe they kicked our TikTok channel off, not because of what I said about Trump and Netanyahu, but maybe it's all the shit that Harry keeps talking about with the income taxes.
Well, he keeps on the front line, and when we wake him up, we're going to bring him back.
You're going to bring him back? When are you going to bring my buddy back?
He's sleeping right now. We put a curse on him, and he's sleeping right now. And we took over his body.
Oh, I see.
And you're the master of that.
I see, yes.
So, therefore, we're going to let him sleep a little bit.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, man, I don't mind having Death on the program, and you're welcome to stop by. That's going to be fascinating. You know, having a being who is basically an anthropomorphic ideation of an archaic, you know, timeless idea. That'll be cool if I said that right. I probably didn't. But let's take a look at some of TikTok's information. Let's see what we did. So TikTok's community guidelines, effective September 2025, strictly prohibit content involving hate speech, harassment, illegal acts, dangerous activities such as self-harm or stunts, and misinformation. Now, as far as our channel is concerned, I feel like most likely hate speech and misinformation are doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
That's your forte.
Now, what constitutes hate speech specifically? It's not just hateful speech, because I can say that I hate rigatoni, but that's not going to get my content banned. So what is hate speech? It is speech that is derogatory to an identifiable group. Now, my identifiable group, most likely, according to TikTok's little fucking stupid AI algorithm, is most likely the Jews, the little hat people. I don't have anything against Jews. I have a problem with Judaism, just like I have a problem with all other religions. I think that they're stupid, and I don't see that they've made really fantastic contributions to the human race. Other than being able to control masses of people so that you can, you know, build an empire, I really don't see the point of religion.
Well, you don't harass them because you don't try to change them into anything. So therefore, you got no hate speech.
No, I don't proselytize Jewish people any more than I proselytize Christians or Buddhists or Muslims or people who don't believe in anything. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. I think it's stupid. So I don't hate the Jews, the little hat people. I do hate Judaism just as much as I hate every other religion, specifically the Abrahamic religions. Not a huge fan. Don't even think they're that interesting. Is what it is. So as far as my hate speech goes, the word that I keep using is Zionism. Now, I understand that Zionism can be misappropriated to mean different things. In my head, when I say it, what I'm talking about is the expansion of Israel at any cost. That's what I'm talking about. And TikTok is probably looking at the word Zionism going, he's an anti-Semite. Therefore, boom, hate speech.
Right, hate speech. You're not guilty of that. You just tell the truth.
Well, I see the truth as I see it. What else can any of us do?
Yeah.
So, hate speech, now, the identifiable groups that constitute hate speech, the goalposts are moving all the time. For example, if I were to say on TikTok that, white people are pieces of shit and maybe we should start killing all the white people, especially a few years ago, I saw a lot of videos like that. None of them were taken down. Now, that is not only hate speech, but it is also speech that is trying to create illegal acts, like killing people. I saw plenty of those videos a few years ago. So I don't know if you can still say that white people are pieces of shit, but I'm pretty sure if I made an entire podcast or a channel, let's say I made a channel on TikTok, this might be a cool experiment. I'll create an AI avatar where I become a black man, okay? And I'm going to create a channel that's all about, it's just a podcast with clips, just like we did with the New World Order. But it's going to be a podcast about, and I'm going to be black, and it's going to be a podcast about how much white people suck. I'm not, just to play it safe, I'm not going to say anything that would incite violence, But I'm going to make a podcast about how much white people suck. Do you think that we would get any community guidelines violations for that?
You don't look like George Floyd. What, Black Lives Matter?
Well, that's what AI is for.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they want it to happen, and they won't let it. They won't let it off the channel because they're using it for some reason.
Well, I think what they do is, and I said this on the last podcast, they go like this. They lick their finger and they see which way the wind's blowing, and that's where the goalposts are. Oh, society right now seems to feel like it's okay to say that white people are pieces of shit, so that's no longer a protected group. So if people say that on our channel, it's still okay, and it doesn't connotate hate speech, and we can still sell Pepsi advertising.
Yep.
Coca-Cola ads. That's what we need. That's what we have to have in our platforms. That's what brings in the money.
Yep.
So that's a goalpost that moves all the time. And misinformation, that's obviously a goalpost that moves all the time. So if you have moving goalposts, you can essentially kick anybody off for anything that you want at any time. And there is no way for the people that are creating the content to know where those goalposts are. And then you just basically start self-censoring so that they can sell more Coca-Cola ads because you don't want your channel taken down.
Or the chemicals they put in our food. And they're killing us.
That might be too sensitive for most social media platforms, Death. That might be something that would get us banned on all platforms because, you know, the Coca-Cola company makes a lot of food and they buy a lot of ads.
Nestle, one of the biggest companies.
Yeah, didn't they buy out Kraft?
Yeah, they bought out Kraft.
I think so.
And they're taking the fresh water out of the Great Lakes and selling them. And they pay pennies on the dollar, and they make a lot of money. What's the bottle of water? $1?
It's ridiculous.
What does it cost to get that water out of the lake? 2 cents?
I don't know. Well, I know that, you know, they filter it and everything, but God, I mean, it's gotten to the point where you know that everything is so polluted and poisonous, at least for me, that I buy the bottled water just to make certain that at least it has been filtered by some sort of, you know, commercial process. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
know.
you know.
I better go to the swamp and get the swamp water and take a piece of cloth and squeeze the water out of it. At least I know the water's natural. So what if there's a few bugs in it? It's protein.
My God. Yeah. You know, that is a pretty quick way to die. You probably want to boil it too, buddy.
I am the champion of death.
But we need you. We need Death here. We can't have you dying, Death. Don't die, Death.
No, I am going to be around for a long time.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All of time,
yeah.
I hope.
So, but you're not guilty of hate speech.
So, misinformation?
Nah.
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, they can consider anything that they want misinformation. And I think we're gonna just prove that just now, talking about the pandemic. I'll bet you the videos don't get taken down anywhere. Yeah. That, you know, Fauci was responsible for gain-of-function research, moving it overseas into China. And, you know, in all likelihood, the pandemic was caused by a lab leak. That's perfectly fine to say now, but if you said that during the pandemic, your shit would be taken down. And this will be a nice experiment. Let's see. But if this video does not get taken down, it will be important to realize that misinformation is definitely a moving goalpost. What's considered misinformation today is the truth tomorrow, and vice versa. So, I mean, ridiculous. So, I mean, this is kind of the reason why I feel like it's not even worth submitting an appeal, even if I could. I can't even log into the account anymore. And this morning, I checked through my email.
Welcome to Nazi America.
It's really weird, man. It's gotten to the point where I feel like, and a lot of people have said, the censorship in this country is far worse than Russia. I mean, you know, and the UK is far worse than here with certain things. So what does that say about Western civilization at this point?
It's going down the tube.
Really is. I mean, it is crumbling. Without the freedom of speech, that's kind of like the bedrock of the West right now. And without that, I mean, we're fucked. We are completely fucked. And it looks like we do not have it. And then you guys are going to give me all the arguments. Well, these are private companies, blah, 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 blah. They can do whatever they want. Okay. Well, you know, maybe private companies shouldn't get subsidies from the government. Maybe we'll just make it a strict policy that, they don't get any of our tax dollars. That'd be kind of nice. Basically they're taking over the internet, which they didn't create. I'm pretty sure the reason why they wanted to put a ban on TikTok is actually because Zuckerberg and Google didn't want the competition.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well, the corporations want to take it over.
It's just ridiculous. It's really stupid.
And they could buy their way out.
So I kind of feel like I don't even want to bother appealing it because, I mean, like, even on our other channel, which I just created for my artwork, I'm getting community strikes like every week. Now I'm winning all of the appeals because obviously I'm talking and about art if I'm talking at all, and most of the videos are just pictures of my paintings. How am I violating our community guidelines by talking about and showing art? So it's very, very strange, and it's kind of not worth having anymore. And maybe that was the plan all along when they forced that American buyout. We'll just make it so that nobody wants to be on it, fucking utterly destroy it, and maybe that's what they wanted to do.
Basically, you do a lot of nude paintings.
No, I don't.
Well, no,
not nearly.
You have a lot of females uncovered.
I do not.
No,
I really don't.
You paint a lot of body parts and background scene.
I got maybe 3 paintings with tits in them, dude.
Yeah.
And 1 painting with a penis.
Yeah, so
I mean,
someone may get offended by that.
By boobs and a penis?
Yeah, by showing a body part.
Listen, I keep seeing this video on TikTok about these protests that are going on in France for something or other.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of topless women lined up with slogans painted on their bodies wearing masks. So, I mean, hey, listen, it's not boobs. It's a painting. It's not even a photograph of boobs. Right. It is a painting of boobs. It's, so where if you want to say that it's because some of my paintings have nudity in them, I mean, let's talk about that for a second. This is an interesting point. You ready?
Let's see a couple of nudes, or shall we say nature?
Now, I made this point to somebody at Walmart back in the day. Back in the day, you had to go somewhere to get your photos printed. You couldn't just order it online. So I did have digital copies of my photos, and I walked into Walmart. I wanted to get some prints made for a show I was going to do. Okay. So I go in, and they're like, sir, we can't print the photos of a few of your images. I said, why? He said, well, because they contain nudity. I said, yeah, but they're not photographs of people. They're photographs of paintings.
Right.
I said, well, yes, sir, I realize that, but they're of nudity. I said, okay, so let me ask you a question. And I grabbed a piece of paper and a pen. All right. And I drew a woman with big old boobs. She looks very happy. We'll give her a little bow, and we'll give her some hair. All right. And I made a drawing just like this. Hopefully you can see it in the camera.
Person.
Yeah, it's basically a stick person. I said, so could I print a photograph of that? They said, yeah, sir, that would be perfectly fine. I said, so the reason why you can't print images of my paintings containing nudity is because the paintings are too good. So if I was a bad painter,
right,
you wouldn't have a problem
right.
printing. He said, sir, it's just our policy. So I made a really good point, and he couldn't respond to me.
Right, because they're ignorant.
So I took that piece of paper that I just drew the little stick figure on, I crumpled it up, and I actually threw it right in the guy's face bounced off his forehead.
Don't
and I stood there looking at him. I was waiting for him to do something about it, and he didn't. I was so pissed off. So you're saying we got kicked off of TikTok because maybe because or we're getting strikes because maybe I got boobs?
No, because I think you bring things up that are very obvious, and they don't want
for the New World Order. Yeah, I mean, we got taken down for some reason. Well, I'm assuming it's got something to do with Israel.
Oh, okay. They're a little on the moral side.
Hey, listen, Israel.
Even don't their religion said they have a hole in the sheet to have sex with their wife because their bodies can't touch?
I don't know, man. You bring up this shit all the time that are like super weird stereotypes that I heard back in the 70s and 80s that I doubt that's true, but I don't know. Maybe they do a lot of weird shit.
Oh, they do.
I don't know.
They do. So, whatever. No, look, let them do what they want.
I mean, their goal is to bring back animal sacrifice, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, they're trying that.
Yeah. And that's kind of one point where Judaism proper and Zionism kind of meet hand in hand,
Well, we keep the world in the turmoil. Let's keep.
What do you mean in a terminal? What are you talking about?
Keep stirring the pot, and we don't know what's in it.
Okay.
And then we keep it going.
Listen, man. Anyway, so I mean, I can't think of another good reason that makes sense to me why our channel would be taken down. But frankly, if you're going to go to war with another country because Netanyahu forces your hand, which Pete Brexit, whatever his fucking name is, the Nazi douchebag, war minister, has basically admitted, whether or not it was a slip, whether or not he intended to, but he admitted Israel forced our hand. Hey, I'm not killing people. I'm not the one killing people. Why should I be punished? I'm just talking about it. But all the people who fucking actually blow other people up or, kidnap and rape your children, on an island somewhere, wink, wink, nothing happens to them.
Of course not. They got too much money.
I got to get me some of that, Def.
Oh, no. Yeah, but then again, you would take about half of Washington right out and just throw them in jail because they're all pedophiles.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much you could. As far as we're finding out, I mean, it's very bizarre.
And even part of the royal family's involved with that.
Yeah.
Gee, that's awful funny.
But nothing's happening to anybody here in this country.
Nobody's happening there.
Nothing's happened. No, in this, he's looking at some pretty serious charges, not for illicit activities, but for doing illegal shit that was exposed in the files. But nothing's happening to anybody here in the good old America.
Yeah, America.
Proud to be an American.
Yeah, United States of America Incorporated. Gee, look that up, people. You'll be surprised.
Yeah. So I mean, I really can't think of any other reason.
So how could you say you're harassing people? You're not harassing anybody.
Well, I don't think you could. No.
I'm
not. I don't harass anybody. I don't promote illegal acts. And I do not do or promote dangerous activities.
No, you don't involve yourself with going after ICE like the people in Minnesota is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an illegal activity. You
don't what is an illegal? What did you just say is an illegal activity?
You don't face a guy wearing a full-proof vest and has a gun on him, and you sit there blowing a whistle in his face.
That's illegal?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's harassment.
No, it's not illegal.
It's harassment.
Actually. It's not illegal.
But you know what? That's what it is. And
it might be a little stupid.
Yeah,
but it's not illegal. I'm sorry, it's not illegal.
That's just stupid. Yeah. But misinformation, gee, I don't know what people know what is real anymore. I mean, there's only one guy I know that they could accuse of giving misinformation, but I'll tell you what, 30 years, 40 years ago, he was right.
It's so hard for me to listen to what you're saying while you're wearing that fucking mask.
Okay.
No. You can leave it on. We can hear you just fine. It's just like I'm mesmerized by this fucking mask. So for anybody who's just listening, Death is wearing a Boo-Berry mask. If you remember that cereal, I think it's from Kellogg's or something. Boo-Berry, the big mummy or ghost or whatever.
Yeah.
And he spray painted it red. And I just see these like two little cute black eyes and this innocent expression waving. It's like so fucking bizarre.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a break.
No, you can. Hey man, leave it on, dude.
It's getting a little warm, and I'm gonna prove to you who the Reaper is in this America.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rip America apart.
Okay.
Here we go. Ta-da!
Oh my goodness.
It's Harry!
It's Harry. Who knew?
I will be the Grim Reaper.
You're so fucking weird, dude. The story changed from death inculcated your body to I was pretending all along. What the fuck are we doing here? Oh, you're funny. Yeah. So, looking at everything else that they say on their community guidelines here. Safety and civility, content restrictions, bans sexual violence, nudity, and explicit content. We didn't have any of that. Integrity prohibits spam, misinformation. That's the moving goalpost. And artificial manipulation of metrics. Ooh. Youth safety. We don't talk about kids. I'm not interested in kids. We don't make anything for kids. Violation and enforcement. Well, there you go. I mean, that's what happened to us. So, I mean, once I read that and I realized that they just had those obviously artificial moving goalposts kind of cooked in to their guidelines, I was like, you know what? It's not even fucking worth doing the research to figure out how to get it back up. They didn't even send me an email notifying me that our account was taken down. So when you go on AI, it's like, oh, yeah. When they send you the notification that your account is banned, there should be some sort of link in there. I was like, no, didn't get one. No email, nothing. It's just not there. Yeah, fucking great. So here's another bit of research I was doing. This is very interesting. I am not the only person who is concerned with what's happening with TikTok. There are plenty of people who are talking about this. So, yeah, sure. TikTok faces ongoing scrutiny over censorship allegations ranging from political suppression to content moderation of sensitive topics. No shit. Users have reported restricted views on political content, or your channel just gets fucking taken off, including critical posts regarding U.S. political figures, and sensitive events, with some reports linking these issues to platform changes or technical issues. Yeah, bullshit. Like they can't even show the what do you call it? The fucking so-called No Kings protests. Like if you have your TikTok video labeled No Kings protest, it'll get restricted or, completely taken down. So everybody's calling it a 24-hour music festival if they want to show you footage of all the people that are at these stupid No Kings protests. It's very fucking weird.
Well, they pick and choose.
I don't feel like I live in fucking America anymore, dude.
No,
this country does not feel like it did in the 90s. It really doesn't.
Right, no. I'd put posts up, and I actually put the actual law, what it says, and then AI steps in. Would you like to modify the way you speak, put it? Because I put it in such a simple way that anybody could understand. And AI says, can you tone it down a little bit?
Well, you told me you got put in Facebook jail a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook didn't like what I printed.
And we're all children out here in the wild. We're all children. And we have to be protected from ourselves. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and Fucking ridiculous.
Grandma got the granny state. We have the nannies watching us. Oh, you're not supposed to learn that.
Yeah.
Well, sooner or later, you're going to be living it. So
yeah, exactly. No shit. And we all thought this ridiculous censorship that we all experienced during the we'll just from now on say the flu of 1912, so I don't have to edit too much if our experiment fails. During the flu in 1912, this insane censorship that everybody was getting, a lot of people were having their livelihoods taken away through the censorship. Most shit that's turned out to be 100% factually true, and we all thought, okay, fantastic. If Trump gets in office, that ridiculous nonsense gonna stop. But he just flipped the script on it. He's not enforcing free speech policy. He's using the mechanisms that were in place during the Spanish flu of 1912. He's just using them now to forward his own agenda.
Well, he's down in Washington, D.C., and he can't do what he wants because he's fighting Congress and the Senate. You know what? You could be a great person.
You're such a Trumper.
You could be a great person, get elected, but once you get into the mud pit with those fucking pigs, and the main pig will say, "Oh, this is the rules, Junior. This is what we go by."
You're such a Trumper. Yeah, he got compromised somewhere. Yeah, well, big time.
Well, if he was really serious about some of this stuff, I guess about a lot of people in Washington would have been locked up now.
You know what I could do around this area? This is an idea that I had. I'm going to order a bunch of stickers of Donald Trump pointing. Okay? Little stickers. I saw this 4 years ago, and I thought it was fucking fantastic. When you go to fill up at a lot of gas stations, especially around here or in Jersey, and you go to fill up, and then you look at the price, of course. And
you could thank me for that.
There's a little sticker. There was a little sticker of Joe Biden that says, "I did that," with a little thought, but I did that, pointing at the price. And I want to really fuck with some people around here. I'm going to do Trump stickers, and I'm going to put them on all the fucking gas stations around here.
Or put on the Democrat cars. I support Trump, and let the Democrats.
No, I want to piss off the Trump supporters because right now he's doing, all the shit that we were worried about would happen if Kamala Harris got elected. He's fucking doing the same shit.
Yeah,
frankly,
gas is $4.20 a gallon now. Thank you, Trump.
Yeah, it went from $3 to $4.20 in like what, a month and a half?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking insane.
That's the price of war.
Yeah. Thanks, Trump.
Thank you, Trump. I want to know.
Yeah, or maybe I'll get two stickers. I'll have Trump pointing this way and Bibi pointing this way.
Yeah.
And I'll put one on each side of the price display screen.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Bend over, pull down your pants, and kiss that fucking wall, Trump. Good job, you cuck. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. What a fucking cuck. It's such a disappointment. I can't believe we're doing this again. Which, has the potential volatility to once again start World War III.
Well,
we were all so relieved when the Ukraine nonsense ended.
Well, they hired the United States as the bully boys to support the powers to be. And it happens to be the Catholic Church, the Church of England for finances, and the U.S. is the bully. So they hired us.
We are the Western world's Department of War.
Yes, we are the goons of the world.
The goons of the world. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, take a look at this. Take a look at this. I love this. So first of all, I want to show this first. Trump wants to raise our military budget from $1 trillion to $1.5 trillion. Now, unless I'm mistaken, just a few years ago, our military budget was $800 billion annually.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty accurate with that, right? And everybody's like, holy shit, it's $1 trillion. Now he basically just doubled it in 2 fucking years. 1.5 trillion? Holy shit. Can you believe that? And nobody wants this fucking war. Everybody's sick of it. And that's why there's this fucking 2026 tax thing. Show them you mean it. Go exempt. Put your money where your fucking mouth is.
Well, the war machine keeps going. People make money on war. Banks make money. Armament people make money. The politicians justify their means. Meanwhile, the people of this country is paying it out. They're going down the tubes.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we're talking about
You can't find a job that can give you a living wage. You can't afford a house. That's the biggest reason.
Maybe it's population people control. Hey, maybe Mrs. Sanger back in the Planned Parenthood got that right about eugenics.
Eugenics, yeah.
We're talking about population control.
Yeah.
But now everybody's in the pot. Not just the blacks. Everybody's in the pot.
Yeah. It's you know, I love that popular saying, the only crime in America is poverty.
Yeah.
You know, it really does feel that way.
And people don't know how to fight poverty.
Yeah. And I mean, to these elitist assholes, I mean, anything under $5 million is poverty. You know what I mean?
So I guess
You're all poor to them.
Right. So I guess I must be under the barrel.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm still doing all right.
No, you're doing fine. No, you're doing fine. You don't travel a lot, so the gas prices aren't going to hurt you. What's going to hurt you is when, you know, groceries start going up again, and, you know, heating the house killed you.
The house,
killed you this year.
Buying building supplies.
Yeah.
And all things like that.
Yeah.
Until about 20 years from now, then...
inflation will eat up all your money 20 years from now. You better be dead. You better be dead.
I better be dead or be on government welfare.
Yeah. You're going to have to be if you're still around. It's the only way you're going to be able to do it.
Yep.
And I mean, you don't even have a fucking mortgage. I mean, the house just paid off. And you'll still be in bad fucking shape if you're still hanging out here in 20 years, which I hope you are. I hope your friend Death does not get you. If you're still here, you're going to be in bad fucking shape without a mortgage payment, and that's fucking depressing. Well, that's really depressing.
That's where we're headed.
That's where we're headed. Yeah, big time. So check this out. You know, I wanted to make sure that he had actually increased the budget to $1.5 trillion, or at least he proposed it. I was correct. Now, check this video out. This is some wild shit. Hang on, let me get my mouse back over here. Go like that. We can show it. Let's see.
The United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it, too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up, but it's not possible for us to take care of daycare. Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things, they can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of
anything that the people want and need that would help them out. We don't have the money for that. We can't do that. We're a big country, Harry, and we got wars to fight.
Right, they're only shuffling the cards and dealing it out different.
He just increased the military budget by $500 billion. Another $500 billion. And he's going to tell us we're a big country and we got wars to fight. We can't help you, but we can take your money and do what we want with it.
Yeah, well,
it's like this entitlement. Like here's the double speak that these government assholes use. All right. Why do you feel like you're entitled to all this shit? Medicaid, Medicare, health care of any sort, daytime child care. Why do you feel like you're entitled to all of these things? Motherfucker, we paid in. We paid in. We're not getting it for free. The problem is that we're giving you a shitload of money and you're not using it to help any of us. That's what's actually going on.
Yeah, it's like the Social Security Act, which is the Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
How much you put in Social Security?
I have no idea, Harry. Don't ask me to do
the average
math.
person, they say, put in about $75,000 to $100,000 in Social Security. Easy.
Fair enough.
And what do you
I'll
get
take your
back?
word for it.
If they left it in the stock market and getting the 5 to 10%, whatever the stock market's doing, you would be getting about $6,000 a month.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about that. If you took the money that the average American took the money that they paid into Social Security, and they were well invested at like an average return rate of like 10% or something, they'd have like 3 to 5 times the amount of money that Social Security actually ends up paying them out.
They're taking it, and you're only getting 25% of your money, giving you like $37,000 a year. For 45 years of work. But meanwhile, they're giving the money to foreign countries and everything else. Yeah. And it's a trust fund that should have never been touched. Yeah. And people know that. But you know what? The Congress don't care.
No. But isn't that really silly? The entitlement of these motherfuckers, of this motherfucker right here, the entitlement you have to feel to call our programs, the programs that benefit the American people at large, entitlement programs. Why are they entitled to all of our money without giving us anything back for it?
Because the government runs like a bad business, and they would have been bankrupt in 5 years. And it's the fucking heartbeat. Boom.
Yeah, we're not the ones who are entitled, Mr. Trump. We're not the ones that have this grand sense of entitlement. You're taking all of our money and you're not following what the people want. You're the one that has a grand sense of entitlement. You know why you got elected? We all felt like, I didn't vote, by the way. The American people felt like you were going to stop doing all this crazy shit and start, taking care of the people. That's why we have a government. The people elect a government. The people want a government. It didn't go the other way around. We don't exist for you. We don't exist to fill your coffers and to give you power. You exist, the power that we created, the positions that you hold, exist to benefit the people. When did we fucking forget that?
Of course, they rewrote the rules, and how do you fight back? How you gotta learn.
Well, frankly, I think that the tax crusade, that sounds perfectly legitimate to me. I thought you'd get a kick out of that when I showed you that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's growing. It has resurfaced again, like they did in the 80s, and people have not wake up, and the ones that were part of it back then, they thought we were a little on the crazy side. But it has proven that we have several organizations out there that have stopped and educated the people, but they still got that line of fear that people will not cross.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing stopping you from taking your country back.
Well, I know you're fond of saying, and in my opinion proving, that income taxes are illegal anyway. Mm-hmm. But maybe it would help the cause if people just did this with an understanding that it's an act of civil disobedience. Fine. You know? I mean, how do you feel about that? If people people were not convinced that income taxes are illegal anyway, but they stopped paying as an act of protest.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Well,
it would still help your movement.
Well, the thing is, to join the movement and do something about something, we have several organizations that, like Freedom Law Group, Freedom Law School, Bill Bannister's Law That Never Was, Joe Bannister was a former ATF agent, Sherry Jackson. We did the movement about 30 years ago, and we were like the front men. Now it's growing, but people still don't want to believe us. But we're not telling you fairy tales. We're just putting facts out. Mm-hmm. And the question is, do you want to cross the line? Fine. Or you want to stay a slave?
But I mean, would you be okay with people just claiming exempt on their taxes as an act of protest? Or is it more important to you to convince people that they are being scammed in the first place? All,
once you do that, you cross the line. Right. Now, once you go from exempt and you don't pay no income tax, you can't do 1040s because they don't have your money. So there's no report going to the IRS. And you cut yourself off. It's like divorcing you from the government. And then there's a reparation thing of that you elect yourself out of the system. You're sent to the Secretary of the Treasurer. Now, once you do that, you're not a U.S. citizen. You're a free citizen, a state citizen, and the federal government can't get anything because federal taxes are only for people of Washington, D.C., foreign corporations, and the territories, not the 50 states. And the minute you learn that, you say, well, the government needs that. No, you're not part of the federal government. You're not the straw man that was created by the Social Security Act and your birth certificate, which you have to learn. And once you absorb that information, then you got to think, wait a minute, if this information's right, they've been lying to me since 1913.
Now, here's what I was thinking. If a bunch of people start filing exempt as an act of protest, that would give your movement kind of a doorway into these people to convince them that it was illegal all along. Now you're filing exempt. Here's what you have to do next.
Right. And first of all, you got to go to your boss, put an exempt form in. Your boss is not an IRS agent. They don't work for the government. They only collect taxes on a non-alien of a foreign corporation or a foreign register. You're not mentioned in that, and that's in the IRS code. Now, if you don't read that and you can't understand, I can't help you. But I could only show you how to go tax exempt, and then you got to go from that point and do your effort and study and say, gee, they've been lying to me for a long time.
Well, anyway, listen, man, what I wanted to get into was I thought that it was interesting that people were doing exactly what your movement suggests people do, but they're doing it as an act of protest.
Yes.
I was wondering if, what your opinions were about whether or not that could help your movement.
Oh, it definitely would help.
And I should have known I was opening up a can of worms fucking bringing this up. But
we're going to drain the swamp. We're going to starve the beasts. That's what we got to do. Once you starve the beasts, they can't afford their wars anymore.
That's my point.
They can't keep printing money, which is going to create super hyperinflation.
Right.
And then they're going to have to get back to what the law really says. Right. That's the first step you do. But it's very hard for people to cross that line.
Right.
And like I said, act of disobedience, but every act that you did in life has consequences. You got to get smart, you got to wake up, or you got to stay where you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Now listen, I don't feel obedient to fucking anybody. I'll bring this up again. This always boggles my mind. And this has happened to me in so many jobs where I was interacting with people who just, I don't know what it is. Somebody's talking about, I'm not going to do this because the boss will yell at me. I was
Right.
like, so,
Or the boss will fire you.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about getting fired, frankly.
Or
But,
my wife is going to get mad at me.
yeah, I mean, wait a second. You're a grown-ass human being. You're afraid of being yelled at? You're afraid of another grown-ass human being standing close to you and raising their voice? What is it? I'm hoping it's particular or peculiar to this country. That's the way like so many adults feel about it. Like, seriously, if another adult gets in my face and raises his voice, it does not worry me in the least. Now, if I like the job and I want to keep the job, firing me, that worries me. That's a power that this individual has. But raising their voice at me? I don't want to get yelled at? You fucking pussy, you child.
Well,
grow up.
To the job when you didn't want to get the shot.
I'm going to bleep that.
Yeah,
From
okay.
now on, we're saying the flu of 1912.
Right, okay.
Say it again.
But the fear of losing your job because you stand for a principle, and if you could prove your principle, that and your boss don't want to do with it, he's the ignorant one, not you.
Yeah.
He's the ignorant one, and if he's afraid of what the accountant's going to tell him, or he's afraid of what the thing is, but if the bosses, the people that own the company say, gee, here's the thing. I'm going to stop taking your income tax. I'm going to give you a 30% increase in pay. Gee, I'm going to make you a better worker. I may not have to give you a raise next year. So therefore, I'm saving money. My bookkeeper is going to work less, so I have to pay him less money. And I could fire the CPA because he's full of shit.
Yeah.
And the lawyer, well, I'm going to fire him because he's lying to me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be free to run the business the way I want without no interference by nobody telling me how to run my business. And that's freedom.
Yeah.
If you got a business, you want to run the business your way, fine, it's on you. But don't have anybody else tell you have a business. How to get part of your business, because they're tapping you.
Brett Weinstein made a really good point on his own podcast, Dark Horse podcast, and also when he was interviewing Tucker Carlson. And the point is that a system is meant to do what it does. If you want to understand the purpose of a system, all you have to do is look at what it does.
Right.
And what it is doing right now, the system that we have in America, is draining its population dry and using all of those resources to enrich itself and to promote imperialist gains. Well, that's what it's doing.
Well, that's what they did, in 1920? It was like a empire, and England did that 1,000 years ago, and look what happened to the English Empire. It drained.
What are you talking about 1920? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, we're talking about, we were known as we used to isolate ourselves from Europe.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We had an isolationist policy, right.
But we were selling weapons to England, and Germany said, you don't do that.
Right.
We know they got it on that ship, and don't go on that ship because we're going to sink it.
Yeah.
And what happened? The submarine sunk it, and we got in World War II.
Yeah. Right.
World War I.
Right.
And the wolf pack sank that, and the American people ate that up like shit.
Yeah.
And like I said, then they thought Germany was bad, but Germany warned us, don't help England.
Right.
But England...
Well, it's like the end of the movie Lord of War with Nicolas Cage. There's one thing America loves doing is selling weapons to other people, other countries.
Right.
We love it.
No.
Money, 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 money,
That's
money.
what it is. It's just like we got a stupid war on drugs. Who the hell is the biggest drug dealer in the world? The CIA. Who's the biggest arm dealers in the world? The United States.
Yep.
Who's the biggest one supporter of destroying governments and interfering with their elections? The CIA. So what are we? We're trying to put our influence in there? And then again, we have these our system going on there, and we got these little countries creating a little havoc in our country. Took down the World Trade Center, the bombing in Beirut, all right? And you blame these people for doing it? They can't win the war, but they sure as hell could annoy us.
Yeah.
And the World Trade Center, it was coming. Because I seen something on the internet that a soldier back in the 90s had bin Laden in his sights. And he said, I could take this guy out right now, and he's growing. And he got orders to stand down. What happened? They took the World Trade Center down?
Well, listen, I mean, there's a lot of weird shit
Yep.
about 9/11. The weirdest thing to me is that the Bin Laden family proper, not Osama specifically, but the Bin Laden family proper, they're all really good friends with the Bushes.
Yep.
I mean, there were several prominent members of the Bin Laden family on the board of the Carlyle Group, along with George Bush Sr. They're in business together. They're good friends. And while all of our airports were closed, and there was a no-fly restriction over the entire United States after 9/11, there were only a few airplanes that were allowed that had federal authorization to take off, and they were all carrying members of the Bin Laden family. Let's get them the fuck out of the country.
That is a fact. So therefore,
that's a little weird.
Not weird. That's to get them out of the danger.
Yeah.
Because they knew what the American people were going to get to.
Mm-hmm.
That's your government. That was your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have you have a friend from Europe or Middle East, and he's doing business with you, making money, all of a sudden some shit happens. Hey, buddy, I'm going to give you a private plane and get out of here because it's not going to be too safe for you.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like it's the same thing with TikTok. All right, so listen, if you're going to censor all of this specific type of speech, if you're going to ban this specific type of content or account, you're at the end of the day, you're shooting yourself in the foot because you're making your business, your private business where you're allowed to do whatever you want, apparently, which is very strange to me, even though you don't have to follow the laws that a publisher does, and you really pushed that through. But then you can, with impunity, go ahead and censor other people's speech as a publisher. Very strange. So fine, okay. But what you're going to end up doing is you're making your business, your website, a less interesting place for people to be, to congregate, to look at what other people think and look at other information, things that perhaps they didn't think of themselves. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a good business model to be doing that in the first place. The reason why they get away with it right now is because there are very few alternatives. And they have so much money, power, and influence that if an alternative started to spring up, they could essentially crush it, which arguably is what the American companies did to TikTok in the first place. And it's the same thing with America. All right? You're going to keep sucking us dry, draining us, and using it to enrich yourselves and to make these imperialist gains. You're not making it a desirable place to be. A country does need a population, as far as I know. Frankly, as soon as I gain the money to get the fuck out of Dodge, I am leaving. There's no reason for me to be here.
Enjoy your Chinese food.
I will. There is no reason to be here. It's just better elsewhere.
Yes. America is not what it's supposed to be. I think we're number 8 in the country, in the world, that has better living, better places, have better governments, and we're living better and it's safer.
Yeah. I would like not to have to learn to speak Mandarin, so I'm going to really look into it, figure out which country to go to. But frankly, China's on the table. It's on the table. I just personally would rather not be in a country that could end up in a conflict with a very desperate United States.
Yeah. I could live a lot better on my income in China right now.
Fuck yeah.
But yet I'm on the lower middle class level as far as this country is concerned. So I could live better, much better in China.
Oh, yeah.
And that don't seem right.
Doesn't seem right. No.
And the more you make, I mean, in New York, I would be poverty. New York, you got to have, what, $200,000 to live?
I don't know. To live well, yeah, you can't afford New York City.
No. You can't afford the thing. So it's a prison. New York City was a prison. And you got nothing but poor neighborhoods, maybe one or two rich neighborhoods, but they got their private security guards. Their rents are, what, $4,000 or $5,000?
Mm-hmm.
$5,000, if there was $5,000 up here on the family, they would be living not super rich, but they would be living well enough that the wife don't have to go to work. Your children will be taken care of.
Well, average rents around here are still, they're getting $15 to $2,000.
Yeah,
I mean, they're going up too.
And the only reason why that is because the people from New York and New Jersey are coming here, selling their houses for $500,000.
It's getting too expensive, man. Everybody's migrating west. I've met so many people since I've lived here that just recently moved here from Jersey.
Yeah,
they just can't afford it anymore.
Right. Well,
now think about that. They went ahead, moved here, packed up, got a different job here so that they could afford to live. I mean, that's it. You're going to leave your whole fucking job. You're going to move to a completely different area.
That's a big thing.
That's a big deal.
In 1973, when I was making $225 a week with the Transit Authority, I lived better on that money back then than I did when I left the job and I was making like $1,200.
Yeah.
All right, because everything was being eaten up.
Yeah.
And even when I moved to Pennsylvania and I ended up commuting that used to cost me $300 a month, I still was living better.
Yeah, exactly.
The commute was so much money and the house was like $69,000, $70,000, where the same house, if I was in Queens, would be like $320,000.
Right.
I couldn't afford it.
Right.
So that's why people are moving. Right. So who the hell is moving into the city and paying those rents?
Well, nobody's moving into the city. And most of those luxury apartments are fucking empty. It's just a place where foreign nationals are parking their fucking money.
Oh, you talk about laundry.
It's a huge laundering scheme. Yes, sir, It is.
Just like the art field.
Just like the art market.
Jeez,
yes.
How funny that is.
Mm-hmm. It's a place to park your money. Yep.
Well, if they're warehousing all those apartments and you got New York is catching up with L.A. as far as homeless people.
And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free to die in wretched poverty, and it'll be the same for you and me. Let's watch this.
Yeah.
I got a couple videos I saw on Instagram
today.
I thought were pretty entertaining. Let's check this out.
Let's expose some things.
And I gladly stand up next to you and kill more brown people today.
News, everyone. We are the richest country in the history of the world.
Yeah, so we've heard. Can we have healthcare?
No. That would never work.
Can we have affordable housing?
Why would we do that when there's private equity?
What about
you
public
smoking,
transportation?
lady?
Well, think of the auto industry. Come on. Can we have childcare and parental leave?
No, we're gonna need you to get back to work.
Can we take care of our planet? Stop. Don't let the guys from Big Oil hear, okay? You'll hurt their feelings.
Can we raise the minimum wage?
You already get $7 an hour. Don't be so greedy.
Can we make college accessible?
Well, then how would we even keep you in debt? Think.
Sorry, so what can we have?
War. We can always afford war. It's kind of our thing.
Amazing.
I mean, come on. Well done. Right on the money.
Right. She's got some good stock in that water pipe she's got.
I didn't notice a water pipe. Let's see. I got another one here. Oh, okay. This I just thought was funny. Yeah. So maybe we'll end on this. I want to make this a shorter one, man. Yeah. I mean, I think we made our points.
And rumors of wars. One thing you're going to hear a lot about is the second coming of Caucasian Jesus. But I don't think it's going to happen how everyone thinks it's going to happen. We know that Caucasian Jesus ascended up into heaven. And we know that he will come down the exact same way he left. Even if he were moving at the speed of light, he has not made it out of the galaxy just yet. Wherever he is in the vastness of deep space, at some point, he will have to dramatically alter his course and head back to Earth. And when he does come down, we know that it will be loud, hot, and there will be lots of fire. When we put all the pieces of the puzzle together, this perfectly describes an extinction-level impact event. My first solution is that we acquire time with the James Webb Telescope and use its highly sensitive instruments to pinpoint Caucasian Jesus' exact coordinates in the vastness of deep space. If humanity is given enough notice, this will give us time to build and launch a mission to intercept the Caucasian Jesus. You have to keep in mind that this is post-resurrection, post-ascension, Caucasian space Jesus. He's virtually indestructible. Once we have intercepted the Caucasian space Jesus, we will be able to deploy thruster rockets on him and slowly guide him to one of 5 Lagrange points in space. From there, we can initiate the Skeeter program, which is an acronym for Space Caucasian Eosinophil Erythrocyte T-Cell Extraction Robot. And with it, we will be able to extract the very powerful blood from the Caucasian space Jesus. With an infinitely renewable resource of this extremely powerful substance, humanity will be propelled into the space age. With all the wars and rumors...
I had to show that. Yeah, and everything that's happening right now, it does have me thinking a little bit or a lot about how wrapped up religious ideology is in all these assholes' decision-making processes. I mean, if the Jews want all the land that they were promised in the Bible, they got a lot more land to take. It's just not the Gaza Strip. It's not just the Gaza Strip. There's a lot more land that God promised them if you look at the Bible. So who's next?
Well, that's the space between people said that they believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary.
Maybe they got a swollen brain.
I don't know. I doubt they have one, a lot of these people. It doesn't seem like they do. It really doesn't. I think I want to wrap this up, Harry. Do you have anything else to say? Soapbox time for Harry.
Okay.
Harry the Taxman.
All right.
Friends of Death.
Here we go, people. You go to Freedom Law Group. You learn how to get your exemption. You get a free 82-page book on how to get out of the system. You go to Freedom Law School. You get more tax information to get out of it. You go to Joe Bannister's Agent for Truth. And you get the Bill Bannister's book, The Law That Never Was, and ask yourself the question. It's been 30 years, and these people have proven that our system has failed. And you can free yourself, but only you could do it. So I ask you, check this out, and then think about it. Why am I being such a fucking idiot for? I mean, I could free myself. I could free my children. Well, that's all. That's what we're about. I freed myself 30 years ago, and it's worked. They have not taken me away yet.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Yeah, you're still here. You never went to jail.
Yeah, but I've proven it to myself, and I proved it works. So, America, wake the fuck up.
I mean, it's to the point now where it should be obvious to everybody that, okay, voting doesn't work. Well, what else do you have to solve this problem that we're all in, which is threatening to not only destroy this country but destroy Western civilization itself? Well, you're the resource. Stop giving it to them. They're drinking your blood in order to do all of this. Maybe that's the last resort.
It's called starve the beast.
Right.
Stop feeding the monster.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can go online, guys, look up this movement, banning tax in 2026. Maybe they'll fucking listen to that. If enough people are behind it, maybe they'll stop and fucking listen. Maybe. Thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the New World Order broadcast. And just remember, we're watching you too.
Is watching. There are strangers